Right. So HMS Tweed launched in 1807 on Jamaica Station. She captured two small privateers and several merchant vessels. Why are you capturing these vessels? So we'll figure out why they're doing that. On the North Sea Station, she captured one small privateers and several merchant vessels. She was wrecked on the 5th of November 1813 within the loss of more than half her crew. When that stuff happens, when you get lost at sea, you get shipwrecked in like the 1700s, you can't call for help. I'll find out if there is if they were doing radio, because I saw some advanced ships back in like around when they started building these ships around 1800. So it was like the turn of the century to sway away from the also, I was under the assumption that they were capturing not just for like territory or um what was it? What were these letters? Like you had to have these old 1700, 1600 type boats and getting rid of them, right? Because these are all nice boats. There isn't any more boats like that. The last time they built something good like that was a Titanic, those type of boats. Okay, look, every single Carnival cruise that's been built now, they always build. Okay, so they always build stuff. The technology is always advancing when it comes to consumption or goods. Like um, when you're trying to make a profit off of someone. Okay, when you're trying to make a profit off someone or a group of people, like the TVs. So they're gonna make the TVs more advanced. They're gonna always make it more advanced so you can consume it and they can make a profit out of it. That the cell phones are also the same thing, right? They're the same thing, but they're not gonna advance the technology in the household. They're not gonna design the household in a technological advanced way because they're not going to profit off of it, right? They're not going to profit off better electricity. Do you see? Okay, so let's go through this and figure out why they're in Jamaica and all this stuff like that. Just making sure you guys can see this stuff. Um, so I already looked at that. Also, check this guy out. Watch this. You see this guy? You see how he was a part of Columbia Pictures, friends with all those Disney people and all whatever. Corned beef. What the heck? Low class efforts and nickname CBC corned beef and cabbage. Corned beef and cabbage. Ooh, they had that. Remember that was like a old. Oh, the corned beef thing in Jamaica was like a 1800s thing or and before. Corned beef and cabbage. Harry Cohen managed the company's film production. The initial officially stood for Cohen brand, but Hollywood was Wags noted the company's low budget, low class efforts and nicknames CBC corned beef and cabbage. Corned beef and cabbage is good. But anyways, you can see that people in like Columbia Pictures, TriStar, some parts of Disney, stuff like that, you'll see that they were involved. They tell you right there. They tell you they were involved in mob and gang activity. They say it right there. I'll make another video, but they tell you right there. We'll go through that. It's kind of funny. It's pretty cool. So we'll go through that. Duh, 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 duh. All right. So we're still looking at the HMS. Okay. So on February 29, 1808, the Tweed captured the Spanish schooner header of Marquis Setesima Trinidad from Porto Cavallo, bound for Cadiz. She had only 4 guns mounted, although pierced for 14. There were 20 men on board. After destroying a small schooner which had been taken as a prize for French privateers. Okay, so the French are see what the French are doing, right? See what they're doing by French privateers taken as a prize for French privateers and used as a tender by nowadays French people. They're still there, but they're like mixed. They're like French people have been mixing with colored people, mixing with other um, people from like Ireland, UK, over people over UK, Germany. People are mixing nowadays. So also after destroying a small schooner which had been okay French provider and used as a tender by her. Captain Simons came across the privateer on the 16th March and captured her. See how they're capturing stuff? She was a schooner of 3 guns and 52 men. So let's go see. I found. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Santism and China, one of the world's greatest. One of the world's greatest ships of all time. Our minds understandably go to the age of sail, that pioneering period between 1571. That's so Columbus and whoever else. I don't like to always say Columbus because other people were sailing. There's other people, and they're not. It's not just about Christopher Columbus. There's other people around the world also building things. It's just you can't just be fixated on Columbus, Columbus, Columbus. There's a lot of people in the world. We're not focused. We can't just keep focusing on one person. Ugh. 1571, 1862, when the world's finest shipbuilders created maritime masterpieces. It was the age of the UK's HMS Victory and HMS Bounty. See, they're still capturing their HMS Bounty. They're still capturing people. Francis Soleil Royal. What is that? Remember Circus Soleil, and the U.S. Constitution from the United States. So that they were together, the French and United States. They're all the same people. They're all the same people. And the U.S. Constitution from the United States, but as as legendary as each of these ships were, it's hard to look past the size of the power of Spain's Satisima Trinidad. Read on, to see what made this one of the greatest ships that ever sailed. Look, the ship was built in Havana, Cuba. Ooh, in 1769 as a three-decker carrying 112 guns with a displacement of. It's very it's gonna be very what's it called? Why is this thing not like there you go. It's gonna be like really you're gonna see that when guns start. I'm gonna make a video about when guns first started, when who started making guns and stuff like that. When did it start and why? Why are you building guns? Right? I bet you they did that. Okay, so it's still after the cataclysms and stuff like that, right? The world is still trying to go back to normal, or it's like a wipe. It's like your memory got wiped, almost kind of. But we'll go into that stuff, man. Warship. What's this? Hold on. You see right there, Americans are fighting in Britain. Hmm. Fuck are you like? The freak are you capturing all these like? Stop capturing people. Like, damn, get along. the Med- She also joined the Mediterranean Squadron in 1782. Ultimately, so a successful attempt to capture the Gibraltar. um. So, um. See, I'm gonna get to the nitty gritty of why these people are like. Where do they after the cataclysm? Who? Because you see the guy that built the boats. I'm gonna look his ass up. So I'm gonna change this series. I would finish off the Yucatan. So I'm gonna change this series. I'm gonna change the series to like, um, I don't know what I'm gonna call this, but I'm gonna call it something. All right, all right. Blah 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 blah. Look at all these battles. Like, damn. What do you think they're battling for? You know how much people died? By the way, like when people, it's not people had a different feeling. I'm guessing back then, like when people are a little bit more stronger back then. So when like you got hit by something, like you're like, ah, you just keep on. You see those movies when they get shot and they're still shooting. Da, 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 da. What's going on is that they're doing all this fighting because of what happened now, currently, in this current right now, where I'm living right now. You see how everything is like concentrated, we're isolated, where they're selling, people are consuming, and all that stuff like that. People are owning their corporations. and they feel like they have ownership and entitlement because of this, because they were killing and stuff like that the because they knew that one day they're going to inherit all of these technology, all this land, just like in the Avatar movies that they're trying to terraform all that stuff. So they, after the cataclysm, they were all the people that were in the know, all the people in the knowledge, they were going ahead and terraform to what we have today, the cookie cut houses and stuff like that. Um, Stuff like that. Like, it is what it is. It's nothing. It's like a I don't I'm just, I don't know, but that's my assumption what happened, and it makes sense to me that there were everybody was doing all these wars because of now, because of women, um to ownership and property over women. Okay, you saw that in Game of Thrones. They need something. It's a human need to have sex, and they need to make their own families. That's why they're like, oh my gosh, watch there's niggers. Why did they get up off our land, stuff like that. But remember, prior to the cataclysm, the world was kind of like there was a lot more black people back then. There was white people, obviously, um, and I think they had more. The ones back then, kind of like a Viking look. Hold on for a second. Close the lid all the what temperature? Close the lid all the way. People keep sending me stuff.
Here through March, a once-in-a-lifetime moment filled with once-in-a-lifetime magic and memories you don't want to miss. A celebration 50 years in the making, and all that's missing is you. Join us now for the Walt Disney World 50th Anniversary Celebration, only through March 31st, 2023.
What?
Come be a part of the world's most magical celebration, only here through March. A once-in-a-lifetime moment filled with once-in-a-lifetime magic and memories you don't want to miss. A celebration 50 years in the making, and all that's missing is you. Join us now for the Walt Disney World 50th Anniversary Celebration, only through March 31st, 2023.
Same thing. The Disney Channel is 50th anniversary thing. I'm gonna go. So all these people fought. All these people are fighting for their children of now, of tomorrow. Okay, and then we'll also go into other things why they're fighting. But it's pretty much what I just said. Um, it's pretty much what I pretty much said. all that kind of stuff. So let's look back at what these ships look like. Just want to see. Yo, these police. Yo, what the? Look at this. This thing killed it. Look at this. But how did they take all that stuff? Like, how did they? So they had a deck and they go down. These are some nice ass fucking boats. And then they had a lower deck and another lower deck. And then they had gunpowder and shit like that. I want to know what was on this shit. I want to know what was on these boats, bro. See a lot of movies that depict this kind of stuff. Look at this one. This one's big as. The British disabled and captured her during the battle. She sank in a storm following day, ending her 35-year service to the Spanish Navy. Spanish Navy. Oh shit. My God. There's Spanish people all the time. I want to know how these people learn Spanish. I don't know. I want to know how the Spanish came to their language. Was that in the 1200s? Was that the BC era? Okay. Why is this all in Spanish? Why is this in Spanish? Damn. Look at this guy. Latino corporate directors. So, anyways, oh, I should make a blood story that like, listen, bro, really need to get people really like that's if you're living in like some type of like modern house, like you were probably a part of the trades and stuff, the slave trades, whether you're white, black, or something like that. Because I told you they were doing all these wars and stuff like that. For you to get what you want, you have to do some type of war. You know what I'm saying? You may go to jail and stuff like now in these days you can't do stuff like that because you'll go to jail. But back then when there was no cellular phones and stuff like that, internet, it was easier. That's why back then drugs were easier because there was no internet and stuff like that. The 80s, 70s and stuff like that, 60s, 50s, especially the 50s, they got away with Chicago with shootings and stuff like that. They got away with that stuff. So you can't it's like it's everything's already been once they did the technological the tech once they implemented the tech, it was now easier. It's harder, I mean. Once they implemented the AI system, it's over. So you have all these people online talking about, oh, you're going through a spiritual awakening. Oh, let me take these herbs. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna beat the beast, these demons, stupid shit. And it's just stupid. And then people in corporate too, they'll even tell that they find your identity, right? Like look at the cop thing, the cop video I made. Just have a perspective of that, and you'll see that they can identify you and then tell you stories. Oh, you're going through like a spiritual, and they try to figure out what you like. You know what I'm saying? They have to know what you like. They have to try to make you compete against each other. So you compete against your coworkers like a idiot, and then they try to figure out what you like, oh, like what is your favorite thing to do? What is your blah what do you like to go? Where do you like to travel? Da, 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 da. See, they're trying to get to know you. They're trying to get to know you. You know what I'm saying? And if they do, if you're somebody that can benefit from, they'll know. By the way, they'll know who your family is. That's why you get a little bit more respect based on who your family wealth. It's very important for a lot of men to not mix their blood with certain families, even though they're rich. But I'm telling you, don't do stuff like that. Don't do that stuff because I told you in the police officer, the women police officer, when I showed you that the organs are weak, they're weakening and they're being diseased and stuff like that. Because it's very hard to stay healthy. I know it's not everybody, but it's a little bit hard to be healthy in executive positions, and all the way down to like just normal high paying job that you have to go to every single day. Okay, so that's like a whole different thing. So, and I gotta go over to Jamaica. So Jamaica. Okay, so we really got to study this series has to go on forever, man. Cause like, look at these, look at these boats. Okay, so the first thing is that why? Okay, so the HMS Tweed. Now, which one is the one that HMS Tweed? Okay, so the HMS Tweed We're looking up HMS Tweed. HMS Tweed, Jamaica. So we're gonna dive more into this, figure out because I want to know what the hell they're doing over there. Small chance to relax for the Gulf ships. Restive season. What do you mean? I don't know what that's talking about. Okay, so 1806. This is where they started the wood and stuff like HMS and Safao. Okay, so Jamaica. Okay, let's see what this. Was a there's always been military in the Caribbean. There's always been military. HMS was a cruiser class. We gotta look up all these people that was building all this stuff. So we're gonna put down names. I'm gonna catch all you guys now. Until I catch you, Nick. Okay, so we gotta download Word again. What happened to the Word? What happened to my Word? Word. I'm gonna make a list of all these people that built boats. I'm gonna make a big list of people that built boats. Frigga, yeah. Because once we figure out all these people that have been building boats, right? And I'll put down executives and stuff like that. I'm just gonna put your names down and stuff like that. Because the FBI and the CIA different. Remember, they have names of us. We recover a document. Okay, what is this? Hold on, we don't know what this is. So we'll put Advent Health. Advent Health. Executive. 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 How do you spell executive? Executive. Now, would you leave it like that? Okay, so we'll put it in miscellaneous. Yeah, there you go. All right, so we got that. All right, so new document. All right, let's get this thing going. Put y'all names down. All right, so he's a builder, built by that guy. One time a police officer showed my name on something. Somebody had like a little with an external hard drive or a cloud with my name. I was like, why is this person? I don't even know this person. That's my name. Built 1700 Boats. What is this? Asia sailor planning with this ability. Well, what's my show? It was Adrian from Solar. It was. Ooh, Irishman. Come here, mister. You know how long I've been looking for you? You know how long I was looking for you, bro? Alright, so I'm gonna put these names on. I'll make another video because I'm trying to get to Jamaica. I'm trying to get to Jamaica and stuff like that. I'm trying to get to Jamaica in the 1700s, right?